Hey guys, this is Jerry, welcome to the channel. In today's video, I'll show you a complete tutorial walkthrough on the GWM Haval Jolion media screen. I'll leave all the chapters down below on YouTube so you can skip forward if you wish to. If you found this video helpful, do not forget to subscribe and like, that's the best way to support this channel. For your reference, this particular vehicle is the top spec Ultra Hybrid that's available in New Zealand. For some certain specs, you may not have the full spec or full features. You may see the difference here and there, but the logic to control most things are identical. Alright, this is what's available on the top spec Ultra Hybrid. Again, if you have a different spec, you may have a smaller screen or slightly different graphic or slightly less buttons here and there. The overall logic of operating things are going to be identical. First thing, let's go through the aircon buttons because it's easier to go through that. On and off button, AC, recirculation, front windscreen and rear demister, and the cameras that's available on the top spec. Park assist that's available on the newer generation top spec as well. On and off button to switch on and switch off the music. In case you do want to switch anything, push and hold. You can actually get the vehicle to go into a standby mode to allow you to see information, but you do not have a full bright screen. You can also change this logo to a full black screen if you want, things like that. Press this button again, that goes back to the home screen. Whenever you want to go into the aircon screen, you can either tap anywhere on these aircon buttons or simply tap the screen over here. That means the aircon is now popped up. On this particular screen, you can do off or AC, that means it's on. Automatic, if that's available. Dual climate control as well, that means we can change the temperature on the left and a different temperature on the right on the driver, where if the dual is off, whenever you change anything, that'll follow the driver temperature just like that. You can also change the direction underneath. You can also do the front defrost, rear defrost, or inner loop, which is recirculation. You also see the screen of the aircon screen momentarily show up, then it will just go away. You can also press this to increase and decrease the fan speed. Next one is the settings. You can do auto defrost. So that just means when you switch on the vehicle, it will do an auto defrost for around 15 minutes before it switched off again. Next is the comfort curve. That's your sort of automatic climate control. It's a soft, standard, or strong. You can change whatever you like on the comfort setting. Now let's go to the home screen. Under the home screen, this is basic your quick buttons or quick menu guidance. Music, radio, phone connection settings, and vehicle settings, and CarPlay and Android Auto. You can swipe here to change these three things if you wish. Also, on the main screen, you can do a drop-down menu. This is called notification. If you have a small warning or anything like that, it will display on the top. Additionally, on the top display, you get the, for example, wireless charging, if that's available, Bluetooth connection, temperature for the exterior, and the time display, just like that. Additionally, you can also swipe the screen from the left to quickly adjust a few things. For example, brightness up and down, volume up and down, quickly switch on and switch off the Bluetooth. This is the head-up display, which is only available on the top spec. You can also do the AI driving, that's your driving assistance. Click this, it will go directly into your driving assistance screen. Another thing, you can enable the DTS audio effect, disable or enable, or go into the screen to adjust that. You can also do driver heating on the driver seat or passenger heating on the passenger seats. Wireless charging, if that's available, enable or disable. You can also quickly change your driving modes. This is only in place you can change your driving modes all the way from normal to snow and field. Otherwise, swipe left or wait some seconds, they will disappear. In the center menu, you have all your quick displays for your music, radio, phone connection. You can quickly switch on and switch off the volume if you like, settings and vehicle settings. What we want to do, we want to swipe the bars so we can see everything that's available. Under this particular screen of the app tray, you can also push and hold one of the icon. That means you can drag it along. Let's say you can move the setting to the right hand side or move the radio to all the way on the right. So if you're right hand drive, you can easily click this icon instead of reaching all the way on the left. So you can personalize this particular screen if you like. First one is the tuner, which means that's your FM and AM. Under the FM, you can go left and right to change radio stations. Just like that, it will go to the last and next available radio station. This will show you the radio station we are listening to. In case you want to change your favorite or anything like that, you can click this to non-hot or heart, that means it's saved at a particular radio station. And if you want to override anything, just push and hold this icon, it will save at this particular station. You can also click the save icon over here. That means it's going to save every single radio station just down the line, just like that, from the top to bottom. Additionally, you can also click this menu bar over here that allows you to see all the radio stations that's available in this particular area right now. You can also refresh in case you cannot see anything. That means you can select one of the radio stations. The next is the same as AM. You can do that as well. Next thing, on your side panel, you can also see a side load menu for your time display or for your music, whichever is playing. So just a small thing right on the information on the right. Next, we can go to the music. This is basically means whatever your device is connected for your Bluetooth audio or USB audio, you can connect it here. It will show your Bluetooth or anything like that. You can, of course, change, pause, go next and last, things like that. Next, let's go to the phone. To connect a smartphone, you want to do the connect first and go to the connection. You see the Bluetooth switch on and off. You can change the Bluetooth name. You can also see the paired devices. Right now, only one device is available. It's paired. Before, if you want to connect, just press the name to connect. You can also empty paired. That means it's going to delete all the paired history. And if you want to delete the single history, just swipe left, delete. That's pretty much it. Next, to connect your device to the screen, there are two ways. One way is to use this search icon. Make sure your Bluetooth is switched on your phone. It will find your device underneath, click it to connect. Another way is to directly go to your phone and search Jolion. Right now, you can see the Jolion is already here. Again, that's this device is named. Click Jolion over here, and it'll ask a pair, and pair on the screen. And you can allow your contacts, favorites to be synced. That's up to you. I can allow it. That's fine. That means my phone has now been connected. Once the phone is connected, you'll see the battery, see the Bluetooth functions, all that things enabled on the top. This is done for the connection. You can see the phone book and all that things is loading as well. And after you finish pairing, you can go to the phone again. Now you can see the quick pad for your dialing. You can dial a number directly, or you can go to your phone book once this is downloaded. And just like that, you can see the calling history on the right. You can see the phone book over here. So when you want to tap anything, just press search, go up and down, or tap the name and quickly call or message someone if you like. That's how to use the smartphone for your controls. If someone calls in, you can just press the call button on your steering to answer the phone call. Pretty easy. And if I want to listen to any music, I'll just go to the music icon and you can select source over here, select Bluetooth. Then you can see Jerry's iPhone is there. I can play whatever from my phone, YouTube music, anything. It'll play through the speakers just like that. After the phone connection, we are going to go to the settings. Under the setting, that's a lot of ton settings for the screen. First is the connected setting. We've already done that. Sound setting, you can change all your sound information. You can enable DTS sound settings on this particular vehicle. If you disable that, we can go back. You can then personalize, create the equalizer settings over here. You can do volume settings for your, let's say, media volume, phone volume, all these things. You can adjust it whenever these things rings anyway. You can do the maximum boot volume. And then next is the media sub parking. It just means when the parking guidance is on, let's say the reverse is on, parking sensor is on, your media volume will be dropped lower or higher, depends on the percentage. The medium sub navigation, same thing. When your navigation is doing any announcement, your medium volume will drop to whatever the percentage you select. Button tone settings, it's on or off. That means when you click anything, it'll give you feedback tone. Volume adjustments with speed, it just means when your speed goes up, your volume goes up a little bit. So because you're getting a little bit more raw noise. In case you do not want it, turn it off or do low, medium, high, whichever you like. Personally, medium is okay for me. Next, you can change the vehicle alarm tone setting to one of these three selections. Again, that's up to you. Ringtone setting, you can change different ringtones when someone's ringing on your mobile, when your mobile is connected. Next is the display setting. You can change your day and night mode to either day or night or just automatic. Automatic means it will switch to night and day mode based on your headlights. Theme setting, you can actually change the interior theme to card mode. Once you change to card mode, this is what it looks like in the center. So a little bit different. You still get the same graphic. You can still do swipe up or swipe left from the screen over here. So exactly same sort of logic, just different graphic. So this is whatever you wish to change. Again, if you do not like it, go to classic mode, change back automatically. You can also do the skin color. It just means do blue, or the ambient lighting over here are blue color instead of yellow. This is again up to you. You can also do the traffic announcement. This is based on the traffic information. Some people may find it annoying, so do not engage it if you do not like it. Next one is the standby setting. So if you click the logo, that will show. If we click close this off, that shows the logo. And if you click this button again, clock, off, clock, or black screen, off, black screen, just like that. This is whatever you prefer. Next, wallpaper selection. You can select different wallpapers to whatever you want and all that things that's available. There are about 10 options that's available. So yeah, that's available as well. That's just the background. Next is the time and date setting. You can change the date format. If you're in New Zealand, you probably prefer day, month, and year, which is fine. You can change the format, 12 or 24 hours. You can do the clock, digital, analog, whichever you prefer. You can do the time zone setting. Next is the intelligent ability. This is your official sort of. Next is the intelligent ability. This is your facial detection that's mounted on your A-pillar. This allows the vehicle to read your facial impression or anything like that to know if you're fatigued or distracted from driving, things like that. If you do not like that, you can disable these two functions, of course. Fatigue means you are closing your eyes, you are feeling not conscious, and you're not reacting to the camera or to the vehicle. Then the vehicle will give you beep sound. Distract, if you're looking at your phones or if you're looking around the vehicles, things like that, it will give you a warning. System info, adjust the system information, and you can reset the system information if you need to. Next, we can go to the vehicle setting. So under the vehicle setting, you get intelligent driving. There's tons of information that's available on this vehicle. So lane assist, that's your full lane keeping and distance, things like that. You can do different sort of assist type, either smart invade or no smart invade, keep lane urgent, or no keeping at all. So that means it will give you a warning and give you assistance based on this information. If you do want the keeping lane on urgent, just means just before you go over the lane marking, it'll give you a small adjustment. Where on the smart invade, that just means if anything is close to you on the lanes, or gonna cross you over the lanes, the vehicle will give you a small intervention on the steering to try to override it or drive across it. Sound and vibration, you can change just sound or you can change vibration on the steering. That's up to you. And you can do the warning sort of sense, which is this is more like a sensitivity to normal, low or high, whichever you like. In some versions, under the assist type, you also get additional center assist, so the vehicle will try to keep you in the center instead of just bouncing over the lane marking. But in some models, it's not available. Next, we get traffic sign recognition. So it now reads out speed signs. You can do speed alarm. That means if you go over the, let's say 80, it'll give you a warning on the dashboard. If you do not have alarm, that's fine. You can also enable speed limit. So that means it will recognize 80 and it will now does not allow you to go over 80 or whatever it's read on the speed sign. Some people may not like it. You can disable that. You can also do the alarm sensitivity to a little bit higher, let's say 5 kilometers. That means if you bring the speed alarm, reads out 80, but it will only give you alarm when you reach 85 instead of exact at 80. So this allows you to have a little bit more allowance on the speed camera. If you do not like it, you can just enable the traffic sign recognition or disable the traffic sign recognition. Next is the forward assist. That's basically your emergency braking and emergency warning. First thing, you can change brake or no brake. Generally speaking, brake is fine. Just means before you crash into something or someone, the vehicle will give you a warning, eventually, potentially emergency braking if necessary. If you're likely to crash into something in advance, of course. Forward collision sense is normal, low or medium high, just sensitivity. You can also do the smart turning. It just means at cornering, the vehicle automatically slow down a little bit to give you a little bit more confidence from the corner. But some people may not like it because it just randomly give you less speed on the cornering. So again, something to consider. And then the next one is the rear side assist. That's basically your blind spot detection and lane change assist. If you enable and disable the lane changing, it just means whenever a vehicle is driving behind you towards you, the indicator on the mirror will light up. Door open warning just means when you stay stationary, you're trying to open the door, the vehicle will alert if there's some passerby walking through or driving through. Rear cross traffic alert means when you reverse out the car park, there's a vehicle driving behind you, it's going to give you warning, and you can also enable the brake as well. And rear collision warning just means if someone is actually going to crash into the vehicle, it's unavoidable, the vehicle give you some warning to let you know there is some danger coming in. So that is all the intelligent driving part for the driving assistance. Next is the comfort setting. You can change the exterior mirror folding to automatic or manual. If it's automatic, it just means when you lock the vehicle, it will automatically fold the wind mirror, which is really handy. Front washing scraper interval, you can change it to low, medium or high, whichever you like. Long is fine for me. Wireless charging switch, you can turn on or turn off. That's just again available on the top spec. Driving setting, you can actually change your unlock mode. So right now the unlock is unlock all the doors, but if you select driver door, that just means when you click the unlock or put your hand inside the door handle, only the driver door will unlock. You can also double click the unlock button to unlock all the doors in this particular mode. Otherwise, personally, I will be fine with a 4-door unlock. Speed lock just means when you drive off to certain speed, the automatic central locking will be engaged. You can change it to 8, 15 or close. Next, you can power off unlock setting. It just means if you power off the vehicle right now, all the doors, if it was locked, it will be unlocked for you. If you do not like it, just disengage. So power off, the vehicle still remain locked. Turn multi-mode setting is just about your steering. You can change the steering to be light, comfort or sport. That means how heavy it is to turn the steering left or right. Comfort is probably preferred by most people. Next, color setting about the instrument thing. That's about your dashboard. You can actually change the dashboard so the color just on the top edge, to be fair. If it's unbind drive mode, just based on your drive mode, that will change different colors. If you do not bind it, it just means you can change the blue, red, gold, whatever you like. That's really up to you. Next is the head-up display, which is available on the higher spec Ultra, so you can switch on or switch off whenever you like. Mode setting, you can do stand mode or sport mode or snow mode, just different color really. Brightness adjuster, you can do height adjustment, you can do rotation adjustment, you can do display contents, whether it has the adaptive cruise control features, LAN features or not, whether it has Bluetooth features or not. You can disable that if you do not like it. Next one is the seat setting. You can do the seat heating, seat ventilation, which is available on the higher spec for the front seats only, but you won't be able to do that on the base model. Light settings, power saving delay time. That means when you switch the vehicle not fully on mode, instead of switch off like halfly on mode, the vehicle headlight will automatically switch off after 5 or 10 or 2 or 8, whatever minutes you select. Dome lamp delay time. That just means your interior light in the cabin will be on even if you switch off the vehicle for an extended amount of time, 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever you want. Follow me home time delay. When you switch off the vehicle at night, the vehicle headlights will stay on for 30 seconds or other seconds or does not stay on, so you can see the driveway and surrounding areas if you like. Search mode setting, that's basically in case you can't find your vehicle in the car park at all. As long as the vehicle is locked, you just need to press the lock button on your keyblade, so the vehicle give you feedback, either whistle, that means just the horns or whistle sound, flashlight, or both, whistle and flash. Active welcome mode setting, that just means when you unlock the vehicle, the headlight will switch on for around, I think, 30 seconds, and for you to jump in or for you to see the vehicle. Last one is the atmosphere lamp setting. This is your ambient lighting, which is only available on the newer model Ultra spec. You can switch on and switch off, just like on the top. You can do static, you can do flow, you can do breathe, you can do rhythm. So that goes with different sort of pattern with the lights. You can do the different colors, you can do different brightness, all that things. If you choose the flow, you can choose different colors. If you choose the breathing, you can choose different colors. It will go up and down. If you choose the rhythm, it will change the color, change the brightness of the color based on the music you are playing. So that's what adds everything under the light setting. Next is the park assist. You can set auto activation of the front radar. That just means when you get close to anything in front of you, automatically that will switch on the front radar or beep, all that things. If you do not engage it, you will have to press the certain button over here to engage the front radar. Low speed emergency brake. If you are inching forward, moving very slowly against our objective, you are getting really close, it may issue a full emergency brake if you enable this function. Otherwise, disable if you do not like it. Flank protection, I've got no idea what this means. If you know that, let me know in the comment. Default parking mode, parking in or parking out, again, that's related to the self-parking that's available on the new Jolion Ultra. I may do a video on that later on because it's a little bit complicated. Online calibration, that's basically calibration about the parking lines and parking sensors. You can do the calibration if you want, I guess. Under the new energy screen, the first thing you can see is the energy usage status. You can see the stats for fuel and energy, fuel and electric, power and energy, things like that. This is liters per 100 Ks, this is liters plus kilowatts hour per 100 Ks, this is kilowatts hour per 100 Ks. And then on the right, you can see the time. This is when last time when you start or something like that. Or click this, it means your navigation settings or whatever. You can also click these entries, so you can see the travel between this amount of time, what's your average consumption is like, things like that. You can also click new if you want to reset this particular screen. Not sure if this is a function many people will use, but it's there. Next is the called energy flow. This is available on the hybrid drivetrain when you start driving the vehicle. Obviously, when you brake, it will charge the battery. When you start driving on petrol motor, the petrol motor will engage, of course. Next is the driving score. Whenever you finish driving, it will give you a score on this particular dashboard to let you know what your score is like, 3-star, 5-star, whatever. If you do not want it, disable that on the top right. Next is the vehicle driving suggestion description. You can see all the description suggestions on how to operate, what's the best way to save your fuel, things like that. Next is the energy recovery level setting. When you click this, you can change the energy recovery level on your hybrid drivetrain. That just means when you release your accelerator while you are traveling, the vehicle will automatically slow it down just by a little bit so that to engage the regenerative braking. In that instance, it will recharge the battery a little bit. You can change how heavy that brake motion is or brake level is from low, medium to high. Additionally, if you go back, you can also engage the single pedal driving. There are some notices, blah, blah. When you engage the single pedal driving, that just means pretty much on most cases, when you release the driving pedal, the accelerator, the vehicle will slow down and eventually come to a complete stop without you tapping anything. So technically, you can use the vehicle on single pedal. But again, if you wish to use the brake pedal at any time under the single pedal driving functions, you can use that brake pedal at any time, no issue at all. If we go back, if you engage the single pedal switch, you won't be able to change anything on the energy recovery level anymore. But if you disable the single pedal driving and then go back, you are now able to change the energy recovery level. Depends on, again, whatever you like. Next feature is called car wash and trailer mode. This is before you go into a automatic car wash that it will go on the ramp, the vehicle will being moved by the ramp, or if the vehicle need to be towed, this particular vehicle, you can engage this. So the vehicle will go into neutral and the vehicle will go release the auto hold. So the car can free rolling if someone is towing it. Last one is drive mode. You can again change the drive mode over here to normal all the way to snow. But again, when you are on the dashboard, you can just swipe the screen to change normal to sport, whatever you like. Next is the message. If your phone is connected, you can read out the message. You can see the text message or anything like that through here. CarPlay, Android Auto, you just connect with the cable underneath through the USB. I might do a complete tutorial video on those things on different Haval vehicles in the future. Do check the channel in the future. Image and video, you can play anything through a USB. Image, you can just display on the screen. Video, you can play actual movie or anything on the screen when the vehicle is not moving. So as a standard default setting, when the vehicle starts moving, you won't be able to display a video through the screen anymore. Alright, that's pretty much end of this video. Hope you enjoyed the contents. If you do not forget to subscribe and like. That's the best way to support this channel. As always, I will see you next video. Thank you very much.